I've been making money and winning overall, but I'm so excited I had to pause and share this with you. Check this out. What if there's an obscure button here within the UberEats app that all you have to do is activate it, and that way you can have some sustainable income, your life will be so much happier, and you are going to make money and win as well. Wouldn't that be something that interests you? Well, let me tell you, there is a secret like this, and I'm going to share it with you. But there are two reasons that you need to realize about this. Otherwise, you're just going to go on and go back to your old ways. And there is one important exception that I'm going to share with you. This is such exciting news, and I want you to be successful and profitable as well. That's why I do this kind of video for you to give these tips. I want you to be successful. Before I share this secret with you, and don't worry, I am going to share it very soon, you need to have the right mindset. As Uber Eats drivers, we're out to make money, no other reason. So having this mindset is going to set you up for success. What do the Uber Eats employees do as well? They're out to make as much money for themselves and for their company. It's nothing personal against you, but you need to realize they do not care about you. They don't worry about how profitable you are. All they want is their cut of the money. So if you keep this in mind, you're going to be set up for success. Next, the Uber Eats app is designed to make money for Uber Eats. So this secret is going to put a roadblock, an obstacle right into their path to keep them from channeling that money into theirs. And instead, you're going to be able to earn it for yourselves. And I think you see value in this. So pay close attention to these reasonings, because if you forget, I think what you're going to do is just keep doing what you were doing before and not making as much money. So here's the secret. Are you ready? Here's what you do. As soon as you get an order on the Uber Eats app, you go in and you make yourself unavailable. What this does is it keeps Uber Eats from being able to send you more orders. So how do you do this? It's pretty easy. Once you have that order, go in the lower right-hand side of your phone and touch the hamburger menu. Then when that big red circle pops up that says go offline, hit that. Now you're going to be protected. Your life's going to be happier. You're going to be able to make sustainable income and make a lot of money. There is one exception to this, so pay close attention. If you go offline right away, then you're not going to have the chance to accept a stacked order, which is another order from the same restaurant. You can see how this would make you great money, because if you're already going to the restaurant, you don't have to drive any further. You're right there. You could pick up 2 or 3 orders and then take them to the customer. You need to use your best judgment, because Uber Eats isn't going to care about your profitability. You need to make sure the pay is good on all the orders, not just $2 and $3 here and there, because you're going to be driving and stopping. That's huge wear and tear on your car. And think about it. You are a valuable independent contractor. I'm getting ahead of myself. So pay attention to those orders. If they're worthwhile, then do it. But I will say the customer may not appreciate it, because the first customer is waiting for their food to be hot. Now you're waiting around for the second customer's order. Both customers' food may not be as warm as they would like, and this could affect your ratings and tips. So this is something to be cautious about. And one thing, I'll just get it out of the way right here. Uber Eats is wise to this practice, and so sometimes what they do is they'll send you a double or a triple order right away in the app. So you have to scrutinize this and make sure it's worthwhile for you for dollars per hour and dollars per mile. And here's another thing. Uber Eats is just feeding you these orders, and they'll say, oh, it's only another quarter mile or 400 feet for another $2 or $3 or $4. Is that really worth your time? How much base pay do you deserve to run your business and have your expenses covered with your car? And then how much is the customer tip? You need to make sure this is worthwhile. Otherwise, you'd be better off just to go offline and just do the one order. So again, that is the one exception. You may lose out on a stacked order. So this is just dealing with one restaurant. Have you ever considered, would things change if there's good and bad restaurants? And how would you know if they are good and bad? So more on that in a little bit. The first reason why you should go offline, Uber Eats does not give you the full trip information on a follow-on order. They're just knowing that you're caught up in this one order, you're excited, something else comes in and you want to accept it. What you're doing is actually trusting that the algorithm is looking out for you, knowing, hey, they know I'm going to a destination. Let's add this on because it's in the same direction and I'll make more money. That is not always true. I'll show you a screenshot here. On my first order, I went to the pickup and then they gave me a follow-on order. Well, the drop-off for the second one was not where the first customer was. It was way in another direction, and I didn't appreciate that. So you cannot always trust that the algorithm is looking out for you. Instead, it's looking out for Uber Eats because they want as many orders delivered as quickly as possible. The second reason you should go offline when accepting that first order, and I kind of hinted at this earlier, you're an independent contractor. You're not an Uber Eats employee, so manage your own business. Your time is valuable. This vehicle is valuable, and that's the biggest expense is your vehicle. You're going to be surprised at how much it costs you just to drive a short distance. And keep in mind all these stops here and there. You're stopping your car, that's wear and tear, your tires. Everything adds up. So don't get complacent when they try to give you multiple orders, especially if now you're going here and then you're going over there, then you're going that way. Maybe you don't want to do that. And the reason for this is Uber Eats is not concerned about your profitability. All they want is their cut of the money. So don't think for a second that Uber Eats cares about your income or let alone your expenses. They call themselves a technology company. That way they're out of the loop. They're not even in logistics. They're not in the food delivery business. They don't care. So you have to care about your expenses. So again, when they offer you a couple dollars to go another half mile, you need to realize the wear and tear on your car, and it may not be worth it for you. As an independent contractor, assert your self-worth and just say no. Don't be manipulated or treated poorly. Now here's a really good one. Another really annoying thing, and this happens quite a bit. Right when you're trying to drop off that first order, you're going to go up to the door. Then they're going to send another request in. It totally interrupts you. It disrupts. You can't take the picture. And you know, because if you've messaged the customer, they're waiting for their order. They're right on the other side of the door waiting. And here you're just standing around, fumbling with your phone. Who knows? The customer doesn't know what you're doing. This could technically affect your tip, and it's very disruptive and frustrating for you. One thing that I do to get around that, I use the timestamp camera app because I always take my own pictures, and you should too. It puts GPS location, date, time, everything. This is so important to maintain your own copy. That way, if you get deactivated or anything happens, you're going to have proof that you did drop off the order. So I'll do that picture first, and then if I get disrupted, oh well, at least I have my copy of the picture, and I will take the time to close out the order like I should. So this is going to bring you huge peace of mind. If you just go offline after accepting the first order, then you have no cares in the world. And once you're uninterrupted delivering that order, then you can go back to your car and turn on all the apps and be ready for another order. Speaking of being happy and profitable, if this tip is helpful, please share in the comments below if you fully understand those 2 reasons and the 1 exception. I want to make sure that you get it because your livelihood, your profitability, your happiness, your great ratings, they're all at stake. Earlier I mentioned that Uber Eats sends you to a restaurant. How do you know which restaurant's good, which ones are bad? And does it matter? Having this kind of knowledge may impact if you're willing to take a stacked order from one place over another. So, I made a video covering this important topic. Watch that next, and I'll see you there.